Oh boy. What's going on, fam? All right. We have got the welterweight champion of the world in PowerSlap. Dare I say, in olive slap. We got Cole Young, everybody. Grab a beverage. This one's great. We finally put it together. And always remember 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. All gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the PowerSlap king. Slap some, baby!
Hey, what's good, fam? You have no idea the adrenaline coming through my body right now. Cole, you ready, man?
I'm ready.
All right. All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Son. We got the champ in the building. We got the champ in the building. Months of preparation. Let's get this done. Cole, you can lock it. You can load it. You can shoot it. You can bag it. You can tag it. And then you take it to the tax man. And I don't mean the IRS, baby. We're going to shove this thing up on the wall and show the world. Give it up for Cole, the welterweight champion of PowerSlap. Yo!
Nice entrance there.
My
Thank
man. Dude, I see you got your glass with you. Is that tea, coffee?
Coffee, black coffee with honey in it.
Very nice, very nice. It's very appropriate on this Thirsty Thursday, so we got to point out your beverage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, dude, the first thing I want to ask you is where were you and what were you doing when you first got that call? Hey, I'm going to get a title shot.
I was sitting on the edge of a farm field looking at it for deer.
Actually,
I was scouting. Yeah. I was scouting.
dude, I love it. And was there any type of emotion attached to it, or was it just kind of like, oh, hey, you guys, I'm doing something?
For weeks leading up to it, when he called me out when he faced Azael, he called me out, so I kind of knew. I'm like, once he called me out, there's not really anything else that makes sense. So I kind of knew it was coming, so it wasn't as big of a surprise as it would have been if he hadn't called me out. But no, when they told me, I was just like, all right, let's go. Like, start to train hard.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. And kudos to Babyface, right? Like, he was on this tear. Like, he had some good matches with Manny and things like that. But really, he was on this tear, and he just wanted to reverse your guys' original match, right? So for him to call you out, that speaks, shout out to Babyface, respect for that, right?
For sure. Him realizing that, him knowing I was the tougher match and still calling me out, much respect to him.
Yeah, very good, man. How do you, since winning, do you feel anything different, any different vibes within the sport? Do you feel like it's your moment to just take on the world in this thing? Or is it literally just another stepping stone for you and you kind of expected this?
I'm not gonna say I expected this, because it's PowerSlap. You can get knocked out at any moment. If you don't think that and you're a fighter, then you're lost. Like, you don't know what you're doing. It can end at any moment. So, I don't feel any different. I have the C next to my name, but I still feel like, there's room to grow. There's room to expand, see where it goes. I still don't know where it's going to go. So that's the only difference, is I'm champ now, and I don't feel it.
Yeah. Wow. It really doesn't, it's just kind of a thing that you got now.
Yeah. If you let it get to your head, all of us PowerSlap fighters were some dudes off the street, whether they want to hear it or not. We're dudes off the street that they gave an opportunity to. There's nothing special. We had no credentials for them to pick us. They picked us randomly. We got a shot, and here we are. And now, if you can climb up the rankings, then yeah, good for you. But other than that, we're just regular dudes.
Wow. No, dude, I appreciate the honesty. I think if the roster was being honest, they would feel the same way, especially, as early as you got into it, right? Like, it was literally hey, do you think you can take a slap and give one? So yeah, I respect that honesty, man. Um, when you have a match and then you have a long delay, like a long layoff, do you stay in training at all, or because the sport is so specific, do you just wait till you actually get that call and then get back in the training room?
I wish I did stay into it. I wish I did stay in shape, but I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I do. I have so much other stuff going on besides PowerSlap. PowerSlap is just a section of my life, and when it comes, it has my 110% full attention. I obsess about it, and there's nothing else in my way. But besides that, like I got taxidermy, I got my kids. I love hunting. I love spending time with family. So that takes up the rest of my time. If I don't know I'm having a fight, then that's what I'm doing.
I love it, man. Speaking of family, I have to ask, man, when you first got into it, what was their reaction? And then when you solidified yourself as the champion, what was their reaction?
It depends on which family member you're talking about, because some of them, like my mom, a lot of people think
Yeah.
like my mom would be worried, which she is, but she's like, "Go freaking get him! Like, go do this thing! Like, see how far you can
Really?
go." Oh yeah, she's super competitive.
Oh,
Like, she
shout
puts
out
me in the
mom, dude. Shout out
yeah.
mom.
My wife, on the other hand, she's like, I just want you to be safe. If you get knocked out, like, let's not do this anymore and stuff like that, which I agree. Like, I'm going to keep a close eye on it. I mean, of course, we all should be keeping a close eye on it. But, I mean, there's risks to anything you do in life. You're either taking your time or you're taking, something away. So hold on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So has wifey come around a little bit more?
Yeah, no. She's happy for me. She supports me big time, like while I'm training, because I don't slouch. Like I'm getting in the best shape I can possibly get in. And I know it's just a slap, but that's just where my mind goes. I got to take it to the extreme. So I'm spending hours and hours at the gym every single day, and she really supports me. She's like, you need to go, do this. She knows that it's, gonna support us money wise. So
Yeah, absolutely. Have they given you any idea or any thoughts about when you're going to go up and defend that belt? And would it be against Babyface or somebody new?
um like, no offense, I could see him running it back with Babyface just because he had such a good record, but I beat him twice. The first one was a draw, but I beat him, I beat him, physically. So, I I could see that happening again, but I'd rather not, just because we've done it twice. Let him fight when he's not the champion a couple times. I can see maybe 2 other people. Um, I really wanna fight Robert Trujillo, but they're not mixing, uh,
Oh, yeah.
divisions right now,
They co-
but nobody's really
yeah, they
given
want to
him
have people stay in their own lane for a little bit, it feels
yeah,
like.
right, they do. I mean, if they were gonna do it, they would've done it with, Wolverine or the Bell by now, they
Yeah.
would've swapped, so we'll see, but then, Andrew Provost was the other one. I mean, they haven't given me any names.
Sure.
They haven't talked to me since the day of the fight, so I haven't heard crap.
For
Um,
real?
no, I'm not even kidding. So I could reach
Dude,
out,
not a
but
DM, no text.
no.
Like you're the
No,
champ,
like
son. Like
right, yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't feel any different. Like, it's the same shit. But, no, I mean, I could reach out and talk to him if I needed to, but right now, like I said, I'm focused on my taxidermy work and my stuff at home, so I'm not too worried about getting slapped in the face right now. Um But I could see Andrew Provost as another one coming up. He's was at the top. He just won. The only thing I would have to say is, if me and him are friends, by the way. He's a
okay.
brother in Christ as well. But the last time he fought, his slaps were not slaps; they were punches. And if
Yeah, there was
if
some
we were
controversy around
gonna,
that for sure.
yeah, he would have to. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong. He did a lot of fouls that he wasn't called on, whether he seen it or not. He would have to clean up. I think it might be sloppy if he came to and to a title fight like that. It wouldn't look good.
I think people are finding out more and more, and strikers are being more vocal that, okay, you might get that title shot, after one match because you have an amazing knockout or whatever. But because it is becoming such a sport, we got D1 guys coming in, ex-NFL guys coming in, obviously a lot of wrestlers. I think the path to the title isn't so much one and you're up there. You got to have 3, 4, 5 matches and build your way up like a more
Yeah.
traditional fighting scene. Yeah.
Yep. It's getting that way now.
So who do you feel has that experience that have you thought beyond Robert or Provost?
Those are the only two that I could really see myself accepting. I mean, other than that,
Okay.
you name a couple, and I'll tell you what I think.
Okay. Well, actually, the guy that Provost fought, what about Azael? He's up in there.
Well, he just lost, so that'd be weird.
True. But it's PowerSlap. We kind of figure out the emotions, It's so funny. You might have a guy that's fighting a guy that's ranked 5th and the other guy's unranked.
No,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
And, I
Uh,
almost think he could have won that fight. Like, if there was fouls that were called. Like, really. I mean, and Isaiah's one of my friends, too. We get along. I get along with most of
He's
the guys.
great.
He's great.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm sure I'll see him. I mean, I don't know. I know how good he can be, so.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You mentioned that, you know what I'm going to do, bro? I'm going to throw out like 2 more names at you because there's 2 I'm thinking of, but you know what I mean? Because at the top, actually, let's share my screen real quick, brother. Let's see this. Because at the top, you've got familiar faces. You're right. Like you've got familiar faces at the top.
Right.
Let's share this real quick if you don't mind. Okay, so we got, obviously, you're the champ. We've got Anthony. We talked through Provost. We talked through Azael. I mean, Vince, he's been coming up. He's got some heat behind him. Manny, what do you think? So looking at this list, kind of talking through the names we've already spoken to, the guy that pops out, man, honestly, if you're not going to go with, if they don't offer you Provost, and you don't really want to go with Blackburn because you beat him twice, and Azael's coming off a loss, the name that comes jumping out to me is Vince. Have you seen his matches?
Yes, I've seen his. And he's good. I'm sure I will be seeing him, but I think he needs one more fight.
Okay.
Face who did he face last? He fought Andrew Fields. I think he needs to face somebody. I think he needs to face somebody in those top 3 there. Yeah, he needs to face somebody in the top 3. One of those top 3 guys needs to face. And then the winner of that, I'll face, probably.
Okay. Dude, that could be a scenario, right? Like maybe we have a match to get to you. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I would hope so because I don't want to face any of them right now. I want to see which one's the best out of them. But like I said, I could see Andrew Provost. He's number 3. He's coming off a win, and he's been there a while.
He has been there a minute, fam. Yeah, you're right. At this point, it's kind of like you get to a point, especially at the beginning of the year with a new champ, you gotta put something together. You know what I mean? And if you got a guy who's ranked high coming off a win, maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe that is just the natural match to make.
Yeah, I think there's gonna have to be a match before the next title fight for sure, no doubt.
Okay, very cool, very cool. I gotta ask. So, you just recently, how recent has it been since you've been baptized?
I was like a month ago. A little like a month ago.
And what led you to that decision, man? Was it looming for a minute? I mean, that's a big, commitment emotionally and everything else, and to be public with it is a big deal.
Oh, it's a totally different lifestyle now. I'm saved. It's hard to explain to people who haven't experienced it. Because I'm 28 years old and I never believed in God. Like, I knew there was something bigger out there, but I never believed in Jesus Christ or the story about that and understood any of it. And I kind of always just pushed it off like, I'm good. Like, I don't even want to hear about it. And then, like, something like supernatural happened to me when this Charlie Kirk thing happened. I wasn't really a fan of him. I watched his videos once in a while, but I seen on Facebook that he had died, and like something like hit me like a truck in my chest and I started crying for a guy I never even met. Long story short, a lot of other people felt this way and that nobody could explain it. Other Christians were like, "Hey, it's the body of Christ. You're part of the body of Christ. That's why you felt this. He's a martyr and he died for a reason, and that's why we all feel this way." And then a Bible verse came across me. I think it was John chapter 12, verse 23. And it literally, so that's the same hour Carly Kirk was shot, 12:23. So this is like a supernatural experience I'm having. It literally explains that a kernel of wheat that falls and dies creates many other seeds. So you got the hour that he was killed, and then explaining what happened when he was shot, why all these people felt this way. So it's a crazy, crazy thing. You really have to look into it to understand it. But anyway, that's what happened. And then I was super disciplined. I was in the middle of the title fight training. I was training really hard and disciplining myself every single day, very strict. And as I was disciplining myself, I was realizing the mindset discipline gets you into, like, and how much healthier
Yeah.
you feel by disciplining yourself, whether it's eating healthy and exercising. And a whole nother discipline was the Bible. Like, that's all it is discipline, you know? And I'm like, this makes sense. And it all just happened at once. And now I'm obviously obsessed with it, if you can't tell. But yeah, I love it. That's what happened.
Oh, that's crazy, man. When that was unfolding, like, you know, you hear about it on Facebook and then that scripture pops up and you notice the verse and the time. Was it just, I mean, that's, you can say, people can say what they want, right? Coincidence or otherwise or whatever. But for you personally, did you just feel this? Was it a calmness? Was it an adrenaline rush? Like, oh my gosh, these three things are lining up. I should probably look into this.
Well, yeah, that's when I was like, okay, I know there's a God out there, like something created all this, but I think it's Charlie's God. Like, I feel like it's the one that he's talking about. That's why it's hitting me like this. So, and then that verse, like you said, came up, and I'm like, that's not a coincidence, man. The way I feel and seeing this, it's like, I'd have to be stupid not to take the sign.
Yeah, yeah. And when something hits you like that, I think all of us have experiences where it's like, holy shit, like if I don't act on this, my life could be the same or I could make it a little bit different in a positive way. So,
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy, man. I love stories like that. I'm not sure where I believe on the fence. I grew up Mormon, served a LDS mission, all that kind of stuff. So I grew up with
Hmm.
the word and got to know it really well. And then as I get older, I feel like there's definitely something bigger than us, but as I get older, to be honest, man, I feel like, but I don't really actually know. I just know I want to be a better person each day. And the things that kind of hit me harder, I pursue those. Very similar to you. If something hits me like that, like you're describing, I don't ask questions. I don't give a fuck what people think. I just go down that path and it makes my
Right.
life always a little bit better. So I commend you for that, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm 28 years old. Like if that didn't happen to me that hard, you know, if it didn't hit me that hard, I probably never would have. I probably never would have turned over. You know, I probably never would have started believing. And I mean, like you just said yourself, you don't really know, and I don't really know. I don't think anybody really knows, and that's why they call it faith. You know what I mean? If you knew, then you would call it knowing. It's called faith for a reason. So you have to believe in it, and you literally give your life to it because you don't know what to do. And that the Bible's literally a cheat code to life. It's God created Earth. Say it's a video game. He created this video game, and here's the way to play it. Like, the Bible is the way to play the video game. Here's the way to live your life. So that's the way I think of it.
No, dude, I love that. Simplistic, breaking it down. It's all good, man. Um, so I love that you're just kind of on this journey and not just with in your personal journey with having, finding this faith and all that kind of stuff with your family and that journey, your businesses, all that kind of thing. But this journey in PowerSlap, I love that. I don't get this vibe from you, Cole, man, that your relaxedness, your calmness is like anything putting out there that you're timid or something like that, which sounds a little crazy because you are the champ, for crying out loud. But I feel like this vibe you're putting out, even through the camera, you're kind of just like, yeah, call me. I'm ready. I'll prove it again. Am I getting that right?
Well, yeah, I just know I've competed so many times in my life with whether it be a taxidermy show or MMA fight or a kickboxing fight or PowerSlap. I've done so many that I just know and I trust myself that I'm going to do whatever it takes to win, and I'm going to outthink that person, and I'm going to outtrain that person no matter what, because I know how bad I want it. That's where I get my confidence from.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, the year is here. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I got to ask you also about this Paramount Plus deal, all the hype that's coming up, because you guys are attached to TKO now because you're attached to the UFC. You know what I mean? Do you see in 2026, or I should say, what do you see for 2026 for your career personally? Do you feel like you're just going to be that much more well-known? Do you think the reach is going to be that much further? Like, now people can tune in for next to nothing and see your skill set and know that you are the champ, your personality, all that. In the back of your head, is that kind of weird to think that now people are going to really kind of get to know you, man, and you're going to get seen, and there's some responsibility that comes with that?
Yeah, that's the goal. I hope I get seen. I have a message for people, and I might not have that message all the way figured out, but I feel something coming. I hope we get followers. It's not the biggest deal. I'm just gonna go with the flow. And where I see my future is probably a couple fights this year, make some money. Other than that, there's nothing really else to think about. I don't know about the Paramount Plus thing, how that's gonna affect me at all. I hope.
I was just thinking that it could be a huge audience. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. And maybe it'll make a difference, because the only reason I'm kind of saying it like this is because my last fight where I became the champ, I didn't for example, my first fight, I got like 2,000 something followers that when they posted it immediately. Like, it was like blowing up my phone. It was insane. And then I won the title fight, and there's nothing. Like, nothing happened. And
Dude.
and I don't know if it was because, like, nobody was really live over there and nobody was watching it here at like 12 o'clock, unless you're like a really big fan. You know what I mean? Like, nobody
Sure.
had people are at work or whatever. It was Halloween, and it was over in Saudi Arabia. So there wasn't like a bunch of people watching it live. It was a bunch of Saudi Arabian people watching it. So I didn't have that audience like I would if I was in Las Vegas putting on a show like we did, which is one of the best fights of the year. So.
Dude, that's funny, man. When you were saying that, I was laughing, but what popped in my head was, but you did get a hell of a return to your hometown, billboards and shit, and all that kind of stuff. That had to feel amazing.
I have a ton of support. Yeah, for sure. It was better than the fight. When I got home and I seen that, I was like, holy crap.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Because I love the honesty, bro, because, as a fan, I would think the opposite, right? Like, no, the rush must have come right after and all this stuff, but it's interesting to hear that, no, it was kind of the same, but when I got home, the party started. So that's cool, man.
Yeah. I guess it depends on what you value.
Yeah, for sure. That's true too. Well, Cole, brother, if you can't tell, I'm super excited. We finally pulled this off. Thank you for coming on. It means a lot. Where can everybody follow you on social media and just watch your journey unfold this year?
I post most of my stuff to Facebook because I'm an old person, but at Cole Young. I'm from Greenwood, New York. And then on my Instagram, it's cole.r.young.
Okay, perfect. Hey, thanks again, Cole. Everybody go follow this man. He's the champ for a reason. 26 is just getting started. I'm sure we'll see him a couple of times up at the podium, maybe even in March. You never know in this game, but we'll be there for it. Thank you so much, Cole.
Thank you, man. Great meeting you.
All right, let's hang out for a bit. We'll let this bitch upload.